Yo, what's good, y'all? We are back with yet another one. So let's get right into it. It's gonna be a good one.
One of the first things I think everyone should run out and do. They don't have their own natural spring that's tested. Obviously, that's the golden standard. Filter your water. But filter is not just filter, right? Break it down, deconstruct it, because it's virtually all contaminated with something.
Right.
An RO system, reverse osmosis,
Right.
or distillation, and then add some electrolytes back into it. So start there. A few $100, now you have your own water system. Then look at your food. Like, obviously, the less takeout, the less ultra processed. So start whole food. And if you can't afford organic or farmers market stuff, there's the Dirty Dozen, the conventional ones that are that little sticker on the fruits and vegetables. If it has 9, if it's not labeled saying organic, and look and say if it's 9, it's organic. If it's 4 or 3, then you're seeing that it's sprayed with chemicals and or could be a genetically modified fruit. One of the first things I think everyone should
I
run.
just hate the fact that we can't even get you know, real fruit sometimes. I really hate that. For anybody that gotta go through that, not being able to get some fresh fruit, that's your birthright, to get some fresh fruit. That's a shame. We can't even get that. That is nice.
It's all about life. It's coming down to revelation. We are in revelation now. But the people them still don't understand that it's we time. It's not racist, it's we time. Everyone should come together and say yes, it's we time. Everyone could have farm, and you have help me and help you and to be like unity. But I'm a Rasta man.
Hey, it's Aya, and I have some info. I'm going to be starting my subscription service where you can learn about the health benefits of foods. Here we have the Guinea. It's a thing that most Jamaican people eat. We grew up eating it as a child. It has vitamins A and C, and it helps build your immune system. It's also a great source of dietary fiber, which you need in your body. When you subscribe, you can learn about some tropical fruits like this, the Guinea. Some quick and easy vegan meals to make on the go. And you can get some behind the scenes on the making of my first cookbook that's coming out this summer. Hey, it's Aya, and
Yeah, slept in a little bit today. What time is it? 6:35? Shoot, might not seem like sleeping in, but it's sleeping in for me. I don't know. It's just something about when that sun get up, I be ready to get up and get after it. I ain't playing. I knew I was gonna be at brunch at 1 p.m. today, so I had to stay in the crib last night. I ain't going out back to back to back like I used to. You gotta give your body the chance to replenish, rejuvenate, and recover what you're doing. Just stacking toxins on top of toxins on top of toxins. Golly, that's why you're so toxic. I told y'all the key, man. Choosing yourself is about a healthy, balanced lifestyle. It's not about being a tight ass. Come on now. 80% healthy, 20% fun, 100% happy. What you're doing, find your balance. 1 day a week equates to 14.2%. So whatever you're doing to celebrate your hard work, if it's toxic, make it 1 day a week. That ice cream bucket. Make it 1 day a week. That binge watching that bullshit TV. Make it 1 day a week. You want to rip some shots with your friends and smoke a blunt. Make it 1 day a week. That way, you got 80% of your good choices helping you recover from the 20% fun. Do you get it? This my 1 day today. Shit. So let's get it. Yeah.
Every parent is responsible for healing their child. Remember, you are the reason why they are here in the first place. And remember that their health is a reflection of your health. That babies don't come out with a clean slate of health. Their health is a combination of the mom and the dads at the time of inception, and that includes physical, mental, and emotional. So parents, by doing some self-reflection, it is very simple to figure out what is wrong with your child. But it isn't always easy, and that is because of the lack of information that we as parents have when it comes to what remedies, what herbs, and what things that we can do ourselves for our children. When in reality, it is a lot easier to heal children than it is to heal adults. Adults have had years and decades of programming, so it is very hard to change their ways and their habits. But we control what our children eat, see, breathe, etc. Every parent is responsible for healing their child. Remember, you are the reason why they are here in the first place. And remember that their health is a reflection of your health. That babies don't come out with a clean slate of health. Their health is a combination of the mom and the dad.
My partner and I always go on these hikes, and in this particular hike, I was led to wrap my hair up, put some more weight on me, and as we're on this trail, I see this rock, and as soon as I pick it up, we can feel the energy shift. And this hike is about probably like 3 miles, but carrying it up there, it felt very spiritual because it felt like releasing, ancestral trauma, ancestral burdens that we feel like we have to take on, or anything in life that we have to take on. Like, we don't have to, we can let it go. So me carrying this boulder all the way up there and throwing it into the water was definitely a spiritual release and a spiritual cleanse for me that I didn't even know I was going to encounter that day. But it was a beautiful experience to feel that and feel free. My partner and I always go on these hikes.
All people are suffering. All people are lacking the main thing in the universe, which is love. Love is the binding force within the whole entire creation, within the whole entire universe. In order to live according to nature, you have to live according to love. You're born with love. You have to learn hate. You have to learn judgment, because it's not natural to who we truly are. Who we truly are is to be pure. It's to be loving. We're here to help, to make change, to offer life and love. It's about being pure. It's about who you are within thyself. It's the force within that goes within all beings, that gives all beings life. And you choose to put mockery upon, to vandalize, to put destruction on the rest of creation. All people are suffering. All people are lacking.
Real confidence isn't walking into a room feeling like you're better than everyone else. Real confidence is walking into a room knowing you don't have to prove that you're better than anyone else. It's a freedom granted to you to escape the never-ending race of seeking validation. To understand your own worth and know the achievements of others won't take it away. Confidence has never been about what others are to you. It was always about what you are to you.
Not eating any animals now in 54 years. Never ever taken any supplements in my life. Getting into all live food in 1976. And I was not sick like him and all of these other people. And you could read it and you could put me to the test. The nerves are supposed to be whacked out. At this, 48 years of no cooked food, no animals for 54 years, no B12. I'm supposed to be a nervous wreck. My brain, my mind should be so forgetful that I can't remember. I graduated from elementary school in 1960 in the name of the teacher and all my buddies and everybody that was in there with me. I'm supposed to have forgotten all of that stuff by now at 77, and not, forgetful. You see grandma and grandpa at home. It's like, if you are eating all sun-fired foods and you're not eating any cooked foods, you're not eating any animals, don't worry about having a B12 deficiency. We are capable of synthesizing and producing that small amount of B12 that we need in our intestinal system if our gut is clean. No cooked food. Cooked food decompose, degenerate. Not eating any animals now in 50.
A lot of women that have anemia, it's not that they don't have enough iron, they're not absorbing it. Some of them don't have enough stomach acid. Without the stomach acid to absorb the essential components from the food, like iron, like zinc, like potassium, magnesium, by the time it gets to the small intestine, it's already faded. It's just going to come right out the colon. That's what happens. You eat something and then it bypasses the entire digestive process and shoots right out the colon, and all the minerals that you're taking is for no reason. So your stomach acid is key. So that's why we do the bitters. A lot of women that have anemia, it's not that they don't have enough iron, they're not absorbing.
That's interesting.
You can admit it. Your fear of being lonely is why you keep the same friends. The friends that don't value hard work. The friends that don't value getting up and trying it again. The friends that don't value self-improvement, personal development, wanting something out of yourself to grow and get to somewhere else. The friends that don't value inspiring each other. The friends that don't value doing something new. The friends that don't value jumping into a different opportunity because you can see a different side of yourself that you've never seen before. And if you want to get somewhere that you've never been before, that you have to see the side that you've never seen before. The friends that don't value that, you stay with them knowing that it hinders you, and you know it's hurting you, but you're staying there. You can admit it. Your fear of being lonely is why you keep the same friends. The friends that
I don't know why, but like hanging out with like a quiet friend all the time, it makes you seem cool.
As the quiet friend, I can tell you that it absolutely makes you more cool because I'm way more picky about who I call my friend. And to me, it's just not an empty statement, so for me to hang with you, I really got to think highly of you, even just to go out my way to talk to you, because to be honest with you, I like being by myself. You know what I mean? So, when I'm first around a person, I ain't going to have too much to say because I'm too busy reading you. I'm trying to see how you maneuver and how you treat other people, figuring out your character. Then once I deem you good people, oh, it's going to be hard to get me to shut up. I'll be talking all the time. But if we go out somewhere and we around other people that I don't know, oh, yeah, I'm going to be quiet. But when they leave, I'll be talking again. But, it depends, though. If I'm around them long enough, eventually I'll open up, but not too much.
I don't know why, but like hanging out with like a
I could literally manipulate a lot of individuals knowing what I know right now. Christmas is this window of epiphany. Okay. So from the 25th through the 6th of January, it's this window of time where every day has a very specific thing you're supposed to do. In the wintertime, the Earth's soul is more awake, which is why it's cold. That's when the Earth goes to sleep and humanity wakes up. So this whole thing flips, and you have the liturgical calendar that follows that same path. And inside of Christianity, that liturgical calendar is specifically mapped for us to be able to understand those codes. So if I am looking to gather wisdom, information, understand kind of what my next year is supposed to be, and understand the true plan of God, source, all, whatever it is has for me. If I listen in that 12 days and I understand how to take those things in, I can set a practice for myself, and those same 12 days will map to the same 12 months of the year. I could literally manipulate a lot of individuals.
Sometimes, boy, I'm going down.
The country that has toppled so many governments in
on the rides and then it gets stuck. I know they be traumatized.
Africa,
I would never get on the
that
ride.
has led so many coups in Africa and other parts of the world. A country that has killed so many of our leaders in Africa and other parts of the world. The killers of Patrice Lumumba, those who toppled Kwame Nkrumah, those who killed Nasser, those who killed Muammar Gaddafi, today are coming to teach us about democracy.
No, the S on Superman chest is the Kundalini serpent. Superman's whole character is predicated on the Nubians. He's associated also with the Elohim. This is why his name is Kal-El. He's associated with the Elos. Now, the red in Superman's uniform represents Nibiru, and the blue in Superman's uniform represents Sirius, and the yellow is our central sun. His powers is synonymous with the Nubian avatar, being that he receives energy from the sun. We have 5 different melanins, all right? Our eumelanin has what's called melanocytes. Those melanocytes, absorb photon energy through a process called melanogenesis, converting sunlight into energy. The Kundalini serpent is also exactly why the pharaoh wore the snake on the top of his headdress on what's called the Nemes. It's called a Nemes. That's what that headdress is called. It's called a Nemes. And this is why they put the snake on the top of it. It's a representation of the Kundalini energy rising from the root chakra to the crown chakra and actually moving outwardly. This is also what it represents on Superman's chest. And once we receive that Kundalini awakening, we would be activated. We will be powerful. And what's going to power us is the sun. This is what that whole character was based on. They put a lot of symbolic.
You got a dollar, bud?
Huh?
You got a dollar?
Sure don't. Oh, no, that's all right.
Oh, you sure?
Yeah.
I figure everybody should have a damn dollar. America, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I just felt bad for you. You ain't poor or nothing. Right?
No.
All right. I was going to say, at least you get a snack or something. Because they do have loss prevention in here, and I wouldn't advise walking out with anything because they like to tackle and all that stuff. Yeah. God damn it, just take two because I don't want to see you walk out here in cuffs. Sure?
Yep.
I play staying on.
Nah, he is hilarious, man.
Greetings in the Homeless Tribe. Greetings, greetings. Now we're here for another late night session. Well, I wasn't really planning to go live, but I'm here.
Told me you weren't here. Told me your car went there. I say she probably parked it behind the house hiding for the repo man. What you coming over here, spaghettis or something? What you gonna do with that black banana? Let me get one of them. They good when they that color, when you let them sit out and get that color. You ain't got to peel it. I eat the whole thing. Boy, it's so hot out here. I say, let me stick my head through her window. I ain't want nothing really, just checking on you. Cause I sure hate when people just stick their head through their window and just beg. Appreciate you. I'm over here talking and spitting. Hold on. I heard somebody say, hey, who is that? You ain't got you a new one over here, do it. Who is that? How you doing, sir? Hey. Oh, you talking about some shit up. That's a new one, ain't it? Oh, y'all finna drink coffee and stuff? He might work at a law firm because you ain't never drunk no coffee before. Let me shut up. Where'd you go? I was finna say I say that other banana, but I forgot who out here with me. Look at you, just so elegant. You remember that commercial, Folgers commercial? The best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup. What y'all finna do? Let me shut up. Told me you weren't here. Told me your car went there.
No difference between sugarcane and cocaine. In fact, sugarcane is more addictive than cocaine. You see what I'm saying? So I would say this, fasting. Once you fast or you go on intermittent fasting and you only fast between the hours of 1 to 6, as long as you fasting at least 16 hours a day. Your safe zone is when you get up, don't eat anything, just drink some water or drink some H3O2, which is freshly squeezed juice, right? The moment that the sun is as high as in the sky, which is around 12 p.m., it's called the circadian rhythm. You're supposed to eat with the sun in the sun. Eat when the sun is the highest in the sky, around 12, and then don't eat nothing when the sun go down. I would say don't eat nothing after 6 p.m. But if you just now get into this, eat with the sun and stop eating when the sun go down. While you doing that, your body is going to automatically kick itself into a detoxification mechanism. Glutathione going to start kicking on, opening up something called the NRF2 pathways. This is going to open up all these different pathways in your cells, and it's going to start pushing all of those toxins and all of those different receptors out of the body by way of the liver. This is what stops your addiction. There's no difference between sugarcane and cocaine. In fact, sugarcane is more.
You need to hear this right now. But whatever's going on in your life, I'm here to tell you, you can make it. You are in the smoke and the fire, tightrope on the wire. I see you broken and tired, and all your hope is expired. You're just done with the chains and the games and the shame, and this world is insane. All the pain from the flames that you walk through, no one to talk to, but ghosts that'll haunt you, thoughts that can taunt you. Trying to heal, but the battles I'm healing. If God is for real, you just wonder if he'll listen. So many tests for the flesh, exhausted, gasping to catch your breath. Walking through the valley of the shadow of death. When you think you got nothing left, keep going. Don't give up on me, I need you to hold on. No, you keep up in the storm, but I know you can face it. Chandler Moore, Sunday service. It can get done.
Gonna lie. Every rapper was like, that threw me off. That was trash. I'm sorry. I'm just being real. It was kind of trash. I'm gonna say it.
Another benefit of fasting is this: your body is utilizing fat first for energy. We all eat processed food. I don't care how much organic you buy, You can't get around eating processed food in this modern society. There's things in processed food that is stored in the body as just toxins. It's things that our bodies cannot use for anything beneficial. Those toxins store directly in fat and fat only. Just like drinking alcohol, is nothing useful your body can do with that. So it stores in fat, and the only way to get rid of it is to burn that fat off. When you're fasting, your body goes directly to that fat and burn that off. This is a natural and the most effective way of detoxifying the body is fasting. Another benefit of fasting is this: your body is utilizing fat.
How long have you been a herbalist?
From 1977. And my age is 141 years old now.
You are 141 years old?
Right now.
So is your medicine make you live so long?
I mean, I have no sugar. I mean, I have no pressure. I mean, I have no heart attack. I mean, I have no pain. I know my farm. I do everything said.
How long did it take you to perfect your formula?
Well, I work with the moon. And the moon is that give you like when the moon is kind of full. And the new moon is try to prepare your herbs. And before the moon full, then you will boil your herbs. So I do soak my herbs, and after soaking them, then I throw them off and prepare them, put them into the bottle and so forth. So I work with humanity. I'm a healer through the power of the Most High. So I heal through the herbs and water. So no matter what the problem you have, there's something in the herbs for you. Because the Most High said, if the leaves of the tree are healing of the nation, so then we must attain ourselves to the herbs, yeah? And the herb will heal us.
How long have you been a herbalist?
So we all remember the
before, after, before.
That's right.
¿Están buscando ovnis?
Sí, ¿no viste los videos de Hermosillo?
Night is to sleep. Okay. And according to World Health Organization, people who are doing night shift job, their employer has to tell the person that this is a probable carcinogen. मतलब ये जॉब करने से आपको कैंसर हो सकता है.
अच्छा.
Yes. Because cancer cell multiplies faster in sleep deprived people.
Okay.
The body is producing cancer cell every day.
Okay.
Your habits will determine whether the body is killing it or the cells are growing. And sleep is one of the major factor. So 8 hours of sleep has to be there. And if you see 8 hours, it is 1/3 of your life.
And the organization has to tell the employee,
yes,
कि अगर तुम नाइट जॉब कर रहे हो तो this is a potential risk to your
yes, it
health.
is a potential threat. Night is to
I got secrets that nobody knows.
You got $1.
They've been doing it for a long.
well, we all know how we started from sperm cells, right?
Simplest solution is usually the best solution. So the first thing, you need to pee, poop, sweat, and breathe. When you pee, you're eliminating uric acid from the body, but you're also eliminating a lot of toxins. You'll find a lot of heavy metals in the urine because that's a way that the body is getting rid of a lot of the toxins like heavy metals through the kidneys. Sweating is another way that we get rid of heavy metals, but it's also a way that we get rid of a lot of other toxins too. So you sweat through sun exposure, you sweat through the sauna, you also sweat through movement. And when you're moving the lymphatic system, and the lymphatic system is the waste system in the body. It gets rid of waste. It takes in the waste so that the body isn't affected. The simplest solution is usually the best solution. So the first thing, you need to pee.
He might be right. I think he's right. For real. Y'all would just go outside though. Let's just say you walk around and the hot sun, y'all get to sweating crazy. Let me know, cause I do. Yes, that jump.
Lines that we get here, this is our small intestines and our liver, and you can see one side can be deeper than the other side. And the turkey gobbler, this under here, I used to have that as a skinny little girl. Those are your organs prolapsing internally. You're not going to the bathroom enough. And you may think you're going if you're going once or twice a day, but here's the deal. If you're eating 3 meals a day, you should be making 3 times a day. If you're eating 5 times a day, you should be making 5 times a day. If you're not, where did it go and what's it doing? It isn't evaporating internally. Where did it go and what's it doing? What goes in must come out. And if it doesn't, you're in trouble. And those of you going to the bathroom once a week, or every other day, or even once a day, if you're eating all day long, it's not enough. What's staying in there, it's rotting, it's putrefying, it's making you have stinky breath, it's making you stinky armpits, all these smells and things are coming out of you, especially if you're eating a lot of meat and chicken, because I call that the dead cemetery syndrome. You know, you're walking around with a dead cemetery in here and all these smells are coming out of you. So this is prolapsed organs, you're not going to the bathroom enough. But here's the beauty of everything. Remember I said the body is a self-regenerating organism. So it can all be turned around. So that's the number one thing, the first free thing I'm going to give you today that can change your life as far as I'm concerned, is cleansing and detoxing the body a minimum of 4 times a year. Lines that we get here, this is our small intestines and our liver. And you can see one side can be deeper.
Right before you die, your brain has a surge of activity, causing a type of electrical wave. These waves activate parts of the brain associated with memory and consciousness, and this can continue for up to 2 minutes after death. Now, since there isn't a biological reason for this to happen, some researchers believe that the brain is pre-planned to do this, giving you a chance to recall memories one last time. Right before you die, your brain has a surge of activity.
It's crazy, man. Like, how do we, like, that really, how is that process, you know? You won't know until you know.
On behalf of Amy, I'd like to thank the devil and all the dark lords who
don't do the devil stuff.
Gave her this award.
Don't do the devil stuff.
Allowed her to feast on the flesh of the innocent.
Thanks, everybody.
The Bible says the wages of sin, the result of sin, is death. What kind of death? Well, you go out here and you see the cemeteries and you know that people die physically. Yes, we're all going to die. In 100 years, every person in this audience will be dead. Then there's spiritual death. What is spiritual death? Well, spiritual death is where you are alive in a sense, but you're also dead. Why? Because spiritually your soul, made in the image of God, is separated from God, and your soul keeps crying out for God. And you say, well, if I make a little more money, maybe my soul will be happy. Or if I get a little more power. But the trouble is you're not happy. Then there's a third death, and that's called eternal death. That's what Jesus called hell. It is separation from God because of our sins. And the Bible indicates that Jesus believed that there was a future world, there was a future heaven, and a future hell.
On behalf of Amy, I'd like to...
Ready, set, go!
Black belt suspects.
No, you didn't.
Ready,
no, you didn't.
Set, go!
Black belt suspects.
Black male suspect. Wow.
Better run. Oh shit, you good?
I cannot take that serious. That is too funny. Why would he just throw that on his head like that?
Walmart watermelon gushing everywhere.
So I came downstairs and all of the guts of my watermelon was all over my table, as you can see here. So I guess overnight my watermelon exploded, combusted, and I'm not sure why. So here it is again. The inside looks crazy. It really looks like it is a man-made watermelon. The second watermelon from Kroger that's been doing this. I got to a pop. From Kroger.
I cannot make this up. I heard a whistling sound in the pantry, and then my watermelon exploded like A. Stop eating GMO food. Walmart watermelon.
This is tap water. Today I'm going to show you how much chlorine is in your tap water. That means that it's in your shower water if you do not have a shower filtration system, and it's in your drinking water if you do not have a water filtration system. Here is my clear chlorine test solution drops. I'm going to add about 4 drops to this water. Notice it's already turning a certain color. I'm going to stir this up. You see how it turns a yellowish color? That means that it's chlorine in that water. For the next test, I'm going to show you how quickly chlorine absorbs in your body. This is mimicking when you're washing your hands and when you're taking a shower. Remember, chlorine is proven to cause cancer. It's an endocrine disruptor, causes asthma and eczema. Now I'm going to add my chlorine test drop solutions to it. I'm going to add the same amount, 4 drops. Now I'm going to stir this up. Notice it's not turning the color. Why? Because the chlorine is now in my body. It's in my bloodstream. This is why I say eating healthy and exercising is not enough to stay healthy now, family. You have to take extreme measures to what I'm saying. I'm out.
That's crazy.
I'm gonna smash some chips, soda, Snickers, and... Are y'all sure about that? What you mean by that? I'm just saying, are y'all sure that that's what y'all want to do? Are you sure that's what y'all want to do? Are y'all sure?
You know it's gonna hit every time? Yeah.
Skittles? What you mean by getting Skittles? They got red dot 40 in. Every time you say Skittles, bro. Every time. Thirsty as hell, bro. I ain't gonna lie. The Coca-Cola. You know what I'm saying? Did y'all know that Coca-Cola is 90% cornstarch and 10% death? Bro, nobody give a damn. Bro, that corn, that shit was ready for, bro. Come back here with the Coke. The wisdom getting on my nerves, bro. Let's tripping. Bro, let's hurry up and get some chips for this nigga to come out of nowhere. Buzz, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Cheeto pretzel flaming hot. Y'all know this got red dot, right? Red dot. Red dot. Red dot. Red dot. Red dot. Bro, on, nigga. But what you mean? That ain't orange chips, bro. Explain. Hell nah, bro. Your ass finna walk, bro. What you mean? I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna smash some chips.
Boy, still want to know eating chips. It be like that though. You in the Matrix, man. Sometimes you're gonna indulge, you know. Just don't overindulge. That's how I look at it.
I find most striking is the presence of Antarctica on ancient maps, because we didn't discover it until 1820, and yet it's on maps drawn in the 1500s with great detail, which again were based on much older source maps that have now been lost to us. The astonishing thing is the so-called Pinkerton world map. It just shows a hole where Antarctica is. A Wolsey-Wooler world map drawn in 1530 or thereabouts, you find Antarctica is present. Gerontius Phineas map. That map shows Antarctica exactly where it should be. There's Antarctica at the tip of South America, just south of South Africa.
And what did they call it back then?
Well, they call it the Southern Land. And it's larger than it is today, but it was larger than it is today during the Ice Age. Antarctica was a much bigger. Now, what the fuck is it doing on a map drawn in the 1500s, which we know was based on older source maps when nobody knew it existed in the 1500s? To me, the obvious answer is we are dealing with the fingerprints of a lost civilization. That I find most striking.
If a man drank this tea for 2 weeks straight, this is what would happen. In the first 24 hours, you'd notice yourself coughing up mucus from years ago as it loosens phlegm stuck in your respiratory tract. After 48 hours, you'd notice yourself of taking deeper breaths than ever before. After a week, you'd realize workouts seem easier with less breaks to catch your breath. After 2 weeks, you wouldn't even notice yourself in the mirror as your brain would totally see yourself in ways you never have before. They clearly don't want you to know about something that is this good for you. Otherwise, they would sell it at your local markets, but they don't for a reason. If everyone is healthy and at their all-time best, big pharma companies would lose out on tons of money without the need for them anymore. If you want to change your life into something that you never thought is possible, hit the shop button and get this natural.
The proud owner of a little Tesla tower. Here we go. Fluorescent light bulb still in its package. No wires, no nothing. Nikola Tesla. Wireless transmission of electricity.
Oh. What?
I'm now the proud owner of a little Tesla.
How you doing that?
As fellow Disney stars, are you all in a secret Illuminati-like club?
No.
Is it because you can't tell me if you are?
No.
Is that true, Sam?
Inconclusive. Can you imagine?
As fellow Disney stars, are you all in a secret Illuminati?
I don't drink water. I drink rain. The only rain I drink is the rain that falls straight from the sky and it don't touch the ground or any buildings or plants. The only water that's safe to drink is straight from the sky. So put a big old bowl out there. This is free water. They take this water, filter it, boil it, and give it to you in a bottle for $3. You can do the same thing. Collect it, boil it, do what you do to clean it, and drink it. But make sure you collect it straight from the sky. I don't drink water. I drink rain.
The more I study the importance of resistance training and the more I study the importance of doing weights, I started kicking myself for being lazy about that. Because especially as you age, loss of muscle mass can be really debilitating. The technical term for that is sarcopenia. Sarco is the Greek word for muscle, and penia is loss of muscle loss. So as people get older, they tend to lose muscle, and when you do that, you become frail and you lose functional capacity. So now I try to do good 2 strength workouts out of every week. The more I study the importance of resistance training and the more I study.
Let me tell you something. They warn us about not to get too much sunlight, right? But if you want to increase your testosterone by like 200%, sit in the sun. Also, for all the guys out there, stop beating the meat. Also, take a martial art. Studies show that if you put yourself in an environment where it requires the fight or flight to be activated, you automatically increase your testosterone. So if you put yourself in that environment, your testosterone will go up significantly. Think about it. You are activating your natural instinct to fight as a man or as a woman. And no, beating golf is not healthy for you. It only drains you of your life force. As a man, you should be able to harness that energy and put it into something more useful than just beating off into what? A tissue? Let me tell you something. They warn.
If you can hug a tree and tell me you're not happy, then I will be very impressed. You're such a good tree. Look at this. Look at my view right now. It's incredible. Like, I'm just... like, wow. Simple things just make people happy. Wealth, no. This is wealth. Yeah? And I do get that I'm not crazy. I know you need money to live in this modern world, but you don't need a lot of it to be happy.
True. That is very true.
At least when you're young. I get older people have responsibilities. I am very fortunate that I just have to look after myself. And I do, by hugging trees. If you can hug a tree and tell me you're not happy,
Things I do every morning that actually improve my health and set me up for having great days. First thing when I wake up, I do not go on my phone. Right when you wake up, your brain is in the frequency of theta waves. That makes you more susceptible to mind programming. So I look at and repeat affirmations instead of random stress-inducing stuff from my phone. I also do mirror work surrounding my inner child. Time is not actually linear the way we think it is. Traumas and emotional wounds we experience as children still live on in our nervous system today. And this is incredibly powerful for your body, mind, and soul. After brushing my teeth, I'll make my hydration elixir. Mineral-rich drink like this is essential for hydration first thing in the morning. I drink it outside getting some morning sun, which is great for hormone regulation. Early sun rays are the same wavelength as red light. So you don't need some expensive red light therapy device, just catch sunrise or sunset if that's more your thing. I also listen to the birds, which is great for your nervous system, and I meditate and express gratitude for the day. And I jump on my trampoline for like 10 minutes, which is called rebounding. Such an energy boost when I do this. Like, I don't consume any caffeine, guys. It's really good for your lymphatic system. Some mornings I just dance instead, so you don't need to go and buy some expensive trampoline. Then I'll make a protein-rich breakfast, and I try to have breakfast within at least an hour of waking up, which is great for hormone regulation. After that, I go and get ready.
Change. What about spinach? Spinach is good. I love spinach. Baby spinach though. Baby spinach. Spinach and kale is some of the most dirtiest greens ever if you're not growing them your own. And then we got to be careful with spinach. And spinach have a lot of magnesium in it. Y'all can just do a scholarly Google on this. Spinach is packed with magnesium and spinach is packed with sulforaphane. But the thing about spinach have an anti-nutrients called oxalate in it. And what oxalate is, an oxalate is a binding chemistry. It binds to calcium. So you see people that eat tons and tons of spinach, they get gout quick or they get arthritis quick. So, I always say choose kale over spinach, because kale not only has a bunch of complex amino acid structures, kale have more protein in it than meat, y'all. Let me say that again. Kale have more, I hate the word protein, but I know y'all can identify with it. Kale have more protein or complex amino acid structures in it than meat. That's crazy. Now,
so do not give to people that's ungrateful. Do not spend time with people that's ungrateful. When people talk about having thankless jobs, they don't understand that that's unhealthy. People talk about getting your flowers, you don't understand that that's healthy when you get your flowers, because it's reciprocation, because it's an exchange of energy. So this is why people get burnt out when they give so much and then they don't get reciprocation, right? And then they feel burnt out afterwards. You feel poor.
Are we low level or high level?
That is true. You gotta make sure yourself is good first. I agree. Can't be giving away too much now.
I don't know about y'all, but I'm having an absolute blast exploring a raw vegan lifestyle. I remember first trying these fiery kelp noodles at this raw vegan restaurant, and I've been hooked ever since. I've finally been able to get my hands on some in stores, so that's exactly what I'm using today. And I was brainstorming for a sauce idea, and I came up with a lemon poppy seed dressing. I've never even had lemon poppy seed dressing, so this was a first for me. And for one of my additions, I decided to use carrots, and I peeled off that skin. I said, no, throw that away. Along with some peppers and scallions. And then for this dressing, it is cashew based, just cashew, spring water, a couple other ingredients. Make sure you guys comment noodles down below if you guys want full access to this recipe and a couple other of my recipes as well. It's super quick, easy to make, and it's full of love. You guys definitely don't want to miss out on this one, and make sure you guys like, comment, and follow to stay updated with the rest of this fast, because it's not over yet. I don't know about you.
We need existential help. You know what I'm saying? So when we start talking about healing people, sick people can't heal people. So it pisses me off when I see all of these fake woke, still on dope, still broke, leading people to these places that they led themselves. But it's like they have so many self-evident examples and proof and testimony to the fact that they are poor, destitute, and abject. That's exactly where they led themselves. And they're so focused on aggrandizing their ego. It's called self-aggrandizement. I'll say this. I never did any of this for self-aggrandizement. You can listen to all of the videos. You can listen to what I tell my clients all the time. I don't care about me. I don't need to have a face. I don't need to exist. We need existential.
Called melanin. It's what everyone is concerned about in the world. It's what they have a meeting about every 3 to 5 years. Germany, Italy, France, the U.S., they meet every 3 to 5 years and have a melanin convention and discuss the latest research in melanin. They have never invited a black scientist to that meeting in history. So we have had our own melanin conferences where we discuss this information involving melanin. Melanin is commonly associated with the pigment that causes your skin to be brown. So we figure that that's what melanin is about. But it's a little more than just the pigment that makes your skin brown. It's what we call a chemical key to life. The more melanin you have, the more civilized you are. The more melanin you have, the more psychic you are. The more melanin you have, the more information your brain can store. The more melanin you have, the faster the nerve transmissions are. The more melanin you have, the more sound you absorb in your ear, so you hear the full range of sound. No other race can do that. The more melanin you have, the more color you can absorb in your eyes. That's why your eyes are brown. You actually see the full color. Called melanin. It's
How it would look if food labels were honest. Part 2. Red 48. I used to drink at least 1 or 2 every day after basketball practice in high school, and then I'll just have crazy indigestion and shit. I never knew why, but like, now I know. Eating through the pain. They changed the chemical structure of salt in 3 different ways and put them all in this to make them addictive. What's crazy is they actually lost a lawsuit, and they actually got sued because they had artificial fruit in a natural drink. Let go of your health or let go of that ego. This shit has no nutritional value. Hey, these things go dumb if you know how to make sliders with them, but the 32 ingredients, insane. Do not eat those. This is not your healthiest choice. You can eat 3 bags of these and still be hungry. Chips decoy. 3 types of sugar in 1 cookie is great. Then you got the flop tarts, and the icing is made out of pig bones. There's artificial ingredients everywhere, and we all get the munchies. So if you want to know what and what not to eat, just like I
We all get the munchies. Come on, man. Sometimes you want to eat the, do not eat those.
If you're 16, 17, 18, 19.
3 things I wish I knew before I was 28. Don't you go broke trying to look like everybody that's broke. Yeah, they might have the latest fashion on, but their latest bill ain't paid. Number 2, having your bills paid is underrated. As an adult, I will sleep in my bed all day as long as my bills are paid. Food in the fridge, oh yeah, I'm in the house. And number 3, nobody's actually impressed by the shit that you're doing to impress everybody. Relax, take it easy. That you're stressing over the wrong thing, sis. 3 things I wish I knew before I was 28. Don't you go broke trying to look.
Gym motivation is hard. I know you talking shit about niggas that don't got gym motivation, because you definitely cheating yourself if you say you're gonna get up to go to the gym and then all of a sudden you don't, you fall off. You feel me? How you feel about, you know what I'm saying, cheating yourself and going to work out and doing your thing?
You know what you're doing. How you do anything is how you do everything. And if you telling yourself you're gonna go and don't go, that's gonna reflect in every area of your life where you don't hold your word to yourself. And if you don't hold your word to yourself, you don't hold your word to your woman, you don't hold your word to your kids, and they know it and they see it, because they saw you say you was gonna start working out and you didn't. They saw you say you was gonna cut this out and you didn't. They saw that you said you was gonna start this business and you didn't. Right? So now you looking faulty and you're setting a poor example for the people you're supposed to be leading. So it started with self, but it's to be an example to everybody else. You get what I'm saying? So the fitness, yeah, the byproduct is a nice body, but it's about the mentality that you build by having to do something hard every day, by doing something that's not easy, but you do it any day consistently for a long period of time. Everybody want to know how to make some money or get some gain, but guess what? If you don't have the habits, the discipline, the consistency to do something over and over again for a long period of time, I could give you the best business plan. It don't matter. You're going to fuck it off because you don't have the habits and the discipline to do it. And most people, they want to jump to the next thing. Let's get your habits right, your discipline, your consistency, starting with working out, starting with discipline and what we put in our mouth every day. Once you master that, then you can master outward things. But nobody wants to master themselves first in that way. That's why I think it's so important. It's not about the fitness. That's not why I do it. It's about the mindset that affects everything.
Gym motivation is hard. I know you talking shit about niggas that.
Shit's getting weird. Part infinity. Listen, I know you're supposed to do that. I get it. You're supposed to carry your bear mace, your bear spray, and you're supposed to use it if you come in contact with a bear. I always just think about the animal, bro, especially because the animal's in his crib. So in my mind, when I saw this, I was like, bro, imagine getting pepper sprayed in your own house. Imagine getting pepper sprayed in your kitchen, bro. Somebody just walks in and is like, tss. That's actually crazy. If you think about it that way.
Yeah.
Because the bear is living his life
Right.
in his habitat.
In his habitat.
And you're in there with a camera. And then the bear says, who are you? And he gets pepper sprayed? Insane. Shit's getting weird.
So that bear has every right to come back and do whatever he want to do for real. Dang, imagine that though. You in your own house, somebody just pepper spray you like.
Don't wake up in the morning and not know what you have to do. Have a checklist. So you don't have to spend energy thinking, what am I supposed to do today? You already know, you planned it yesterday. Now you can just get into action. Because if you're sitting there, oh, what should I do? Okay, maybe I should do this right now, or maybe I should do that right now. Now you're having decision fatigue about what you're going to do, and you may not even do anything. You may waste time. Have a direction for your day. Have a structure for your week. Have a day where you rest. Saturdays is rest for me. Saturdays I go into the city. Saturdays I go to cafes and I write. Saturdays I meet up with random people and just have lunch, catch up with people. I do that every single week.
I don't believe in 50-50 in relationships because my money is your money and your money is my money. When I'm up and you're down, I got you because I know when you're up and I'm down, you got me too. It's a partnership. We share everything. It's 2 in 1, baby. I don't believe in 50-50 in relationships because my money is your money.
8 years caffeine free, bud.
Pardon?
8 years caffeine free.
About 5 minutes caffeine free.
Yeah. I know denial was a huge part of my struggle personally.
I don't struggle with anything. I'm 50 years old, life is short, and I do what I want, when I want, and how I want.
Yeah, if drugs are going to be a part of it, I guess that is your decision. But to your body, it's not loving.
Can I help you with something?
Well, I'm trying to help you.
No, I didn't ask for your help.
We all have things we can work on. I know.
So
I
I'm
definitely.
gonna ask you to move on down the line. Will you please?
All right.
Oh, I don't need your cash. Trust me.
I just wanted to contribute towards the caffeine there.
No, thank you.
All right.
Hello, my healthy friends. Have you seen this video? This is Dunkin' Donuts. This is absolutely unbelievable. I cannot believe that they are keeping their establishments so filthy. I would like to know your thoughts on this video. Are you still eating at Dunkin' Donuts? And if you enjoy videos just like this one,
because they eat all that meat. The reason that blood type O has less heart disease is because their body is designed to eat meat. So when blood type A eats meat, this is why y'all cholesterol be high. This is why y'all be having these issues. Okay? So, vinegar makes your blood thick. It makes your red blood cells swell. Oranges, dairy foods, distilled liquor, and guar gum. Okay? What's causing your bacterial overgrowth? White potatoes and sweet potatoes. Black pepper, navy beans, oranges, kidney beans, lima beans, whey protein. See, if you were vegan, you would be eating all these things. Oh, I can't eat meat, but I'm going to eat potatoes. I'm going to eat lima beans because they eat all that meat.
12-foot Burmese python. We know doing it like this. Smoked to perfection. Look at that color. Look at that color.
That's a snake.
Oh, we can smoke anything around here.
Somebody just asked if our hair oil is useful against scalp psoriasis. And I'm here to tell you, oh yes. It's one of the main things that this was created for, was inflammation on the scalp. And I love this review by Monica right here. She says that in the first use, it calmed the redness and the inflammation. And that's because when I made this formula, I added in a couple herbs to target specifically that. The first is nettle leaf. Now, nettle leaf is not only high in minerals, but it's also great against your lymphatic system. not just internally, but also externally. It's a very cooling herb, so whenever you have inflammation internally, it's very common to see people drinking it. But I like to put it on topically as well. Next herb is red clover for the same exact reasons. Very high in minerals, but also great against inflammation, not just inside, but outside. So they'll help combat the redness, the dryness, the itchiness, the inflammation. Somebody just asked if our
When the Bible says the lack of knowledge, my people perish, because the lack of knowledge and awareness of yourself and your disconnect from nature, which is your source, you're perishing. Take a look around. Most of y'all is perishing because you get up every single day and you continue to eat the garbage food that's killing you. And then you take the information from the same institutions that program you to try to use that to defend your habits and your lower desires that's killing you. Like when you come on here and you keep telling me, oh bro, no, you're wrong, bro. You need protein, you need animal protein and blah, blah, blah. Where did you get that information from? You get it from the very same people that's programming you. You see? And because you also suffer from this mass level of cognitive dissonance, it's like you get defensive against accepting new information because it goes against what makes you comfortable. You see, that's also a programming. That's also like a defense mechanism that they've set up inside of your subconscious mind to keep you binded, you see, within the framework of how they program you to think for the rest of your life. And you're not even using your sense of observation, which is naturally endowed to you, to look and make sense of reality and be like, okay, if I've been doing this for such and such a time and I did not improve, obviously that's not really contributing to my growth, because okay, I've been eating this food, I've been living in this kind of a way for such a long time, but nothing great have come of it. I haven't experienced nothing greater within myself, no greater levels of unfoldment. When the Bible says the lack of knowledge.
These are 4 things we should not have to pay for. For number 1, water. I still don't understand why we gotta pay for this. Water literally comes from the sky, and water takes up 71% of the earth, meaning this shit is abundant. So why are we paying for water bottles full of microplastic? And on top of that, if you don't pay your water bill, it's getting cut off. With this much water, bro, that shit don't make no sense. For number 2, you gotta pay to drive on the road. It's already bad enough you gotta pay for gas, insurance, car note, but now you're gonna slap a toll fee on top of it. I still don't understand why we gotta pay for this, but hey, bro, it's a capitalist country. For number 3, fruit and vegetables. This literally comes from the ground and was put on earth for us to eat, but instead we gotta pay for it genetically modified. They literally spray the fruit down with pesticide and chemicals, then sell it to you and tax for it. And that's why people say it's expensive to eat healthy. Whole time it should be the most abundant and cheapest thing to eat. Leave a like if you agree. And for number 4, your check. You literally gotta pay to get paid because your money gets taxed. Then you get taxed again every time you buy something. Imagine how much money the government is making off of one person. This shit sound like a scam. Let me know what you think about this in the comment section. And if you agree, then hit follow because I'm dropping videos like this every single day. These are
This is scam matrix. That's what I'm gonna call it, scam matrix.
93-year-old man teaches people how to live long.
It's going to hold their body up sideways.
I want you to count to 1, and I'll have these keys up before you count to 1.
Okay. Ready, set, 1. Listen.
His balance at 93.
93 years old.
Now, only reason I'm existing in this world is because I found a reason to live. And God gave me the gift of never being sick. I don't have no pain. I never have no pain. I don't suffer from nothing at 93. Dang. No pain at all. First time I entered the hospital was at the age of 90.
They say certain foods keep you living long.
You hear what you do. You try not to eat food that comes in cans. They got all kind of chemicals in it to preserve it. Then you must not eat meat all the time, because when you eat meat, the meat has veins in it.
Oh.
And what runs through a vein? All the poison in that human being body.
Right.
So when you eat meat with veins in it, you eat that animal poison also.
Wow.
And the body can kill you.
93-year-old man teaches people how to live long.
Dang. Meat is really like that's crazy. And it's the only reason why it's good is because of the seasoning. It tricks you, like, for real.
When you do not accept your shadow, you don't accept the dark traits of your character, the negative thoughts that you have. You tend to cast your thoughts onto other people. This is the nature of the ego. You cast your shadow into other people for them to enact your shadow. But you see, you don't escape it because they enact your shadow on you, or it is your shadow. Understand, the shadow is the same thing as the mirror. It's the lower version of the mirror, the dark version of the mirror, while the mirror itself is just the light version of the shadow. The 2-dimensional self, and then there's the 3-dimensional self. So it's as above, so below. It's the lower self, and then the higher self, and then all together is you in the center. What happens when you cast your shadow onto other people? It's like dark telepathy, family. Instead of accepting your own thoughts, you give them to other people through the collective consciousness, through the hive mind. You basically say, they must be thinking like this. That must be them. In modern times, they call this the ego. Specifically, projection is one of the traits of the ego. But spiritually, it would be casting your consciousness to another vessel, for consciousness is the breath of life that creates the entire universe. Remember, you don't just perceive the universe, you actually create it through your consciousness. Casting your shadow onto somebody is casting your...
Did you know that type O blood was originally called type 0 blood because, well, there's 0 AB antigens on the surface of those red blood cells. However, someone misread it, and now we all just call it type O blood, which I guess you could call a typo. Did you know?
Let's all understand one thing. We all weird in our own little ways. It's actually a beautiful thing, because I believe our weirdness is closely related to our superpower. So to you, weird one, embrace your weirdness, because it makes you who you are. And to you who calls people weird, probably the weirdest one of all, because you're worried about somebody else instead of yourself. Let's all understand one thing. We all weird in our own little ways. It's actually a beautiful thing, because I believe our weirdness is...
95% of diseases are nutritional. Only 5% are gene-based.
95% of diseases are nutritional.
Nutritional and lifestyle. So only 5% are actually based on your genetics. And those are the rarest diseases. It's not hypertension, it's not diabetes, it's not even most of the cancers. It's not breast cancer, prostate cancer, colorectal cancer, none of the cancers that you would think of. 95% of...
Why is this man wearing a swim cap? Gotta watch the video to find out about that. And while you do, I'm finna take you to your peak. This salad right here came straight from the Greeks. First you need olives, make them dark like me. You could get them pitted or you could take out the seeds. It's like Christmas in a bowl, health like onion. Tomato cucumber, can't forget the onion. Man, you know you gotta mix them in. More greens you eat, it'll have your skin glistening. Greek salad got bell peppers, but I barely eat those. Had to do it my way, I added jalapeno. If you don't share this video on the homies, you a hater. Your food probably unseasoned, cause you really ain't got no flavor. They be paying me to talk health on podiums. You wanna retain water, you gotta have sodium. But of course in moderation, too much meat and seasoning, it cut off your circulation. Boy, I'm on my concentration, making modification. Food is what we need to heal, that's the real medication. Sunlight, exercise, then you add some meditation. Everything you do, will be feeling like greatness. Oh yeah, about that swim cap that I added, don't worry about that. Just go and eat a salad. Why is this man wearing...
This is where we draw the line in the sand when it comes to these fake veneers. Because no way you decided to paint somebody's teeth with the same nail polish you painted your nails with. Acrylic veneers is absolutely abominable. And then how you supposed to get this off your teeth? Nail polish remover? Like, I'm actually flabbergasted because you sitting up here fouling somebody's teeth like a big toe is diabolical. And I thought nail polish remover was highly toxic. And now you put it in your mouth 24/7. Like, gang, now every time you yawn, it smell like the nail shop. And for everybody out there that want veneers but can't afford them, just don't get them until you can actually afford them getting done properly. Like, imagine you eating some nuts, no deviation, and a paint chip, and you eat it. And this worse than people that's going to get the fake veneers, leaving their teeth rotting, now their breath smell like a twerk fest. Cause I don't think somebody could come back from that. Acrylic veneers, diabolical. Y'all let me know in the comments though.
Yes, it actually do matter if you post, because we're in a spiritual war, and anyone with accurate knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, who allege that they have accurate knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, basically, should be willing to contribute to the Great Awakening. So what if there's multiple realms? This realm is the most tumultuous. This realm has the most calamity. I personally believe that we would elevate the frequency of the planet a lot faster if everyone that had accurate right knowledge actually got in front of the camera, said forget ego, and was willing to actually speak their truth. With all due respect, mentioning other realms is simply a cop-out to not actually have to address the issues in this current reality that we're in now. Yes, it actually do matter if you post, because we're in a spiritual war. And anyone with accurate knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, who allege that they have accurate knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, basically, should be willing to contribute to the Great Awakening. So what if there's multiple realms? This realm is the most tumultuous.
Excuse me, cancer fighting fruit that probably tastes better than any candy you've ever had. Let's talk about it. Soursop has been trending for a hot minute now, but I'm sure there's people that still have not heard of it, and you need to get your hands on some. I finally was able to find it in stores, get my hands on some, and let me tell you, this Liberty thing was like $16 plus. But please do not let that discourage you from purchasing one. It's loaded with vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, fiber. It helps with the digestive system, and like I said, it has cancer fighting properties. I encourage you to use your own discernment and do your own research. I'm not saying that this is going to cure you of all your diseases, but it's definitely a lot of health benefits to it. Excuse me, cancer fighting fruit.
Now, I'm not gonna cap. I done seen a lot of stuff, but I ain't ever seen a cat dog crawfish. Like, a Siamese crawfish is absolutely crazy. Maybe this is a side effect of humanity's radiation to the water or pollution. Now we have mutant crawfish that people are spotting in the wild. And you know, I just got so many questions with this though.
This was crazy.
And you know, it's like,
this gives you the best shit of your life.
Finally, it's back in season. The Jamaican corkscrew. It'll flush you out of parasites. It'll flush you out of pus. And it's going to clean and scrub the inside of your gastrointestinal tract, your gut. Remember, say your gut is your second brain. So your gut biome is going to be operating smoothly by way of this plant right here, the Jamaican corkscrew.
This gives you the best shit.
Well, what do we have here? We have Nestle and we have Oreo. 8 days in. Still haven't really melted all the way. This kind of looks a little gelatiny. And this is your reminder, man, to cut this junk food out. My wife and I both lost almost 100 pounds apiece by cutting out crap like this right here. It's no good for your body. Talk about the brain fog clearing when you cut this kind of garbage out of your diet. Trust me, man, y'all won't regret it, dude. Well.
Yeet's demon tattoo is a sigil. This is how you're going to make yours. This tattoo right here spells out Yeet, and it's locked in a box. It's a sigil. A sigil is a symbol considered to have magical power. Here are some examples of sigils. It's using chaos magic. Chaos magic basically teaches that the world as you perceive it can be changed by your beliefs. Here's another example, Led Zeppelin sigils. And here's a really popular sigil. So the way that he crafted his sigil, it literally spells out his stage name, Y-E-A-T. In order for a sigil to work, you have to charge it with your energy, and basically your subconscious deals with images and symbols better than other things. I made a sigil right here from my song Drop, and I swear to God, I had somebody reach out to me and say that they were listening to this song Drop while they were working out and that it put them in a trance. Yeet's demon tattoo is a sigil. This is how you're going to make yours. This tattoo...
Fall. You are strong, child. But I am beyond strength. I am the end. Fall.
And so I started to cultivate myself, and I wanted to grow. I wanted to keep growing. That's even why I'm even here right now, right? So I try to engage in the things that allow me to grow and expand my mind and expand my consciousness, and just to keep myself in a more resonant energy of love, basically, because that's the energy that I thrive in, you see? And I've discovered so much from that point up until now, from even the fasting. I just came off a 40-day fast, right? And a person asked me the other day, like, yo, why are you even fasting for 40 days? If you're healthy, why are you even fasting? And it's like, they don't understand. I fast because I want to continue to allow myself to grow and break away from lower desires. And so it's like, whatever I learn on my journey, I come to share it with the tribe, or I come here to share it with you, because guess what? I also have that understanding and that connection to realize that we're all going through this human experience together. Like, we may not know each other personally in real life, but that doesn't really matter, right? We breathe the same air, don't we? We have a mind, body, and a spirit, and we're all, you know, an expression from the very same source. So I'm just literally another version of you. You're just another version of me, but we're all connected. So I'm bringing back all the information that I learned on the journey, and I'm sharing it with you to say, hey brother, hey sister, okay, so this is what I learned.
Alright, y'all, another one in the books. I'm gonna go ahead and end it off right there. It's in a peace, abundance, prosperity, and good healthy way. Make sure you take care of yourself and get you some food in for today. Alright. If the weather's nice, get outside in that sun. With all that being said, I will see you guys in the next upload. Peace.